Hey World Changers, it's me, Miss McCarthy, with your Motivational Monday episode for the week. In this episode, we're going to talk about a word that I
hardly ever use.
But before we begin, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe or follow so you are the first to know when I drop a new video. Woohoo! It's Monday, everybody, and I hope that you were able to rest and recharge this weekend because now it's the start of a new week. Mondays, they tend to get a bad reputation because you're leaving the weekend, you're going back into the grind of something. It can make you feel a little sad, a little stressed out. I used to think the same thing about Mondays until one day I was like, why don't I change the message that's just replaying in my head all the time? Instead of thinking that Mondays are sad and stressful, what if I decide that I'm going to be pumped and excited to get started on Mondays? That's exactly what I did, and I tell you what, it changed my life. So I want you all to get this from a really young age. The idea that Mondays can be amazing if that is what you choose for them to be. So let's go ahead and get started, everybody, by standing up. We're gonna place our feet apart. Get those hands on your hips, stick your shoulders back, look like a superhero looking fierce, and I want you to say after me, this is how I Monday. Awesome, let's go ahead and get to it. When I was in third grade, I used to stay after school in an after-school program until my parents could come to pick me up because they had to work a little bit later. One day, I was finished with my homework and it was raining outside. You know what that means? No recess, no playing outside. And I really loved playing outside.
Because I loved playing games like tag and kickball and soccer.
All the other kids and I were just
moping around the classroom
and sighing dramatically.
I'm so bored.
So our after-school teacher that day heard what we were saying about being bored, and he said, boredom is a choice. I mean, you're choosing not to use your imagination right now. There's plenty of fun that you can create. So what if you choose not to be bored? A lot of the other kids gave him the,
oh yeah, sure, yeah betcha face, cool.
His words that day really impacted me. I thought, this is so true. I mean, I'm choosing to be bored, and that's kind of lame. Let me think about what else I can do. Oh, there's a piece of paper right over there. I could go get that paper, get my pencil, and write a song or a poem. I love doing that. That rainy afternoon, his words, they changed my life. I was never bored again after that. I'm being really serious. Instead of choosing to be bored, I filled my open times with my imagination. I spent hours creating. I wrote all kinds of songs when I was a kid. And you know what? Now I create songs that empower so many students with not only math, but their mindset too. So a long time ago, I threw away the phrase, I'm bored. It never came out of my mouth again. Now I just see opportunities to create something new. And I still do this as an adult. For instance, a few years ago, I was at the courthouse waiting to see if I would be called for jury duty. It was hours and hours of time that I couldn't really do anything. But I had a piece of paper and I had a pencil, just like when I was a kid. And I wrote a song that day that's called the Multiplication Mashup. And this song, this video on YouTube has helped millions of students master their multiplication facts. It still blows my mind. So what can you do when you feel like boredom is creeping in? You could write a story or a poem or a letter to someone or a comic strip. You could doodle or color or make up a dance. You could build something out of Legos or make your own movie. You could go for a walk or for a bike ride. You could practice your multiplication facts. You could read a book or build a fort using blankets and sheets in your house. You could volunteer or clean or do something nice for someone just because. What else can you think of? Take a few minutes this week to brainstorm at least 10 things that you can do when you feel that boredom creeping in. So here is your takeaway for today, and that is that boredom is a choice. When you're feeling bored, you're making a choice to be bored, so make a different choice. Instead of letting that, I'm so bored, slip back into your life, you can think to yourself, I have some downtime. Cool. what do I want to do? Now, you may or may not know, but I am a math teacher for grades 3, 4, and 5, and I am on a mission to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick. So if you need something to do, you can always join me at mccarthymathacademy.com for some extra practice with math. Before we go, I want to remind you that you were born with something special, and it's up to you to figure out what that is and then use it to make this world a better place. And yes, I'm talking to you. I'll see you next time, world changers. Bye. I think I'll go write a song.